What is up, everybody? So, lower myself a little bit there. All right, so here's what we're going through. Today, we're going to talk about the Slave One. Now, it seems like, from what I'm hearing across the internet, that they're trying to get rid of the Slave One name. And I don't know what to say, really. So, I'm kind of at a point where I feel like the cancel culture is getting a little bit too thick. And it seems like the Twitter verse is really taking everything over. So I'm not too thrilled about what's going on right now. I'm not too excited about the cancellation of something that's been in Star Wars canon for years and decades and forever. It's in every episode of it's in a bunch of episodes of the Clone Wars. It's in some of the episodes of, I mean, I guess you don't really catch the name very much, but it has been very known in the Star Wars universe, right? All of us know what the Slave One is. All of us know that that's Boba Fett's ship, that Jango Fett, kind of stole it. And yeah, so it's kind of crazy that everything wants to get canceled right now. That they want to cancel all the stuff that George wrote years and years and years and years and years ago, before some of these people were probably even in television. And now all of a sudden, because Twitter doesn't like the term slave referring to the ship, I guess. But need we forget that Shmi and Anakin were both slaves? Are they going to take that away now too? I kind of like the two Star Wars nerds when we were chatting in the Discord. Are they now unpaid interns? I don't really get it. This isn't a political thing for me. It just seems like something that doesn't need to be done, right? I mean, why are they at Disney or at Lucasfilms or whoever's making these decisions changing the name of the new toy set to Boba Fett Starship, right? It doesn't make any sense. There's an article out there. I can bring it up. We can talk about it, but it really seems like it's just another thing that they're just doing for no reason other than maybe Twitter's asking for it. Maybe some of the people on Twitter are upset that they found out after watching The Mandalorian and getting into Star Wars for the first time in their entire lives, because it was popular and everybody was watching it and everybody had to get in on it. So now all of a sudden they love, Baby Yoda until we found out Grogu's name. They don't know really a lot about Mandalorians until the show came up. And now are they upset because they did a little research or went to buy toys for their kids and saw the word slave on the packaging and had a fit? I really don't get it. I really don't get it. So I spent some of the morning, I was going to do this stream earlier when I first heard the news, but instead I went out and I found some toys that have the Slave One with the Disney logos. I bought some shirts that have the Slave One name with a complete breakdown of the ship. And I've started looking for collectibles that have the name Slave One on the packaging and or the descriptions of it, because if Disney is truly canceling the name, then we're going to need to get our hands on some of this stuff now. So I recommend heading to your thrift shops, heading to any of the local toy stores, because the toy stores that we went to, the people were very nice. Everything was really cool. But I don't think that the employees really know much. I don't want to insult anybody. But you can't find any of those Legos toys anywhere now. I mean, Mercari is selling them. They're selling for $200 to $800 for the Lego sets. So go to your thrift shops. If you have any of that stuff, put it in boxes, vacuum seal it, put it in the corner. Because if they're truly getting rid of the name Slave One, you're going to have a collector's item real soon. It's almost like the Cara Dune stuff. If you have some of that stuff, vacuum seal it, put it away in a box, in a dark closet, bubble wrap it, keep it away from the kids and the dogs and the animals and yourselves and your greasy mitts, and put that stuff in the corner because it's going to be collector's items real soon. So I don't really get it. It's kind of nerve-wracking. It's kind of frustrating. I don't really agree with cancel culture as a whole, but it's not, I mean, I don't know if this is just a Lego thing. You know, let me see if I can find that article real quick, but let me know what you guys think in the chat. You know, I know there's already a couple of you guys that are already saying something. Average is always here early. Lord Crit says, you know, it's a sad future. I agree. You know, yeah, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Not even that. I don't even care if you like it or not. It has nothing to do, especially a Mandalorian, it has nothing to do with slavery. It has nothing to do. It's a name. It's the name of a ship. It's like if you didn't like the name Millennium or Falcon, you know, or I mean, there's so many names. The Ghost. Well, that's offensive towards my paranormal friends. I mean, come on, man. It's not. There's slaves in Star Wars. Anakin goes on a whole arc where he goes undercover as a slaver. This is not indicative of current culture. It's a story about a space galaxy far, far away. It's not about what's happening today. It's the name of a ship, and I don't think it's the acronym for the ship. I think it's just the name of the ship, but you know, it's just a ship, and it's the only one like it in the galaxy because Boba destroyed, or Jango destroyed, the rest of them. You know, I know some of you guys agree with me. It's not degrading towards anybody. You know, Average getting feisty. We can't say clankers anymore. It's a derogative words towards machines. My refrigerator is going to get offended. My coffee maker is not going to make coffee anymore. It's just really, really irritating. You know, they canceled Gina Carano because she made statements on her personal social media accounts about the way she felt about this political issue. Okay. Yes, she should have kept politics out of it. Whatever. That's your own opinion. You're going to do whatever you want. But I don't think that canceling people, it's very frustrating. So let's see. Okay, here it is on, here it is. It's top stories on Google when you search Slave One. So this is from the hashtag show. I'm going to actually share this in the chat. I've never done this before, so you guys got to bear with me. So I want to share my screen. Yeah. Okay. I want to share which window. Let's see which window. No, I don't want to share that one. Can I do this one? And can I do this one? No, this one. All right. I guess I'll try this one. All right. Let's see if I can get something. Okay. So where am I trying to share this? This is a frustrating thing. All right. Well, I'm just going to do it my way then. So here's the article. says Boba Fett's Slave 1 will have a new name. This was posted by Greg Evans today. And this is the article. It looks as if Disney has changed the name of an iconic ship known as Slave 1. Slave 1 or Slave 1. Since it was introduced into the Star Wars universe, Boba Fett's ship will have a new name. Yes, you read that right. It seems that the Slave 1 name will be no more. It will now be called Boba Fett's Starship. So here is basically the most important sentence in this whole article. Right there. I'm going to put my face in the picture. And this is it, guys. This is what's going on. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. So, like I said, this is the most important sentence in the whole thing. And again, I don't really get it. I don't understand why it's such a big deal right now. I don't really get it personally. So, you know, this is okay. So we're going to go back to this article real quick. Slave 1 will now be Boba Fett's Starship. A report from the Boba Fett fan club looks as if the Slave 1 name will be done for good. The report talks about an interview with Jedi News Brickset Lego Star Wars lead designer Michael Lee Scottwell and the Lego Star Wars design director Jens. I'm not going to mess up his name because I will. Where they talked about the official name change. So here's the exact conversation. According to the hashtag show, this is their article. So it starts with Jens. Then the next one, also from The Mandalorian. And this is just a little context here. This is, from what I understand, this is a release party of some kind. This is a release, whether it's stockholders, whether this was wherever this was. This was a release to show the new Lego sets, from what I understand. Now, Jens. The next one, also from The Mandalorian, is Boba Fett's Starship. Michael. Now, Michael is the lead designer for Lego Star Wars. Michael says, yes, I built another. We're not calling it Slave 1 anymore. This is Boba Fett's Starship. James. Okay, why are we dropping the Slave 1 name? Jen's reply, everybody is. It's probably not the same thing which has been announced publicly, but it is just something that Disney does not want to use anymore. They go on to talk about why the name change. While no official reason has yet to be given, the name Slave 1, more than likely, it is to be replaced to help stay clear of controversy in the future. With Boba Fett's popularity growing once again, thanks to The Mandalorian and the upcoming Book of Boba Fett, more fans will be seen and buying Fett merchandise, and by dropping the Slave 1 name makes it more equitable. This is the same thing that happened with Slave Leia. This is some of the most frustrating stuff. Look, guys, I am not, believe it, I'm not one of those people that's about canceling things. I'm not one of those people that says, just shut up and deal with it, right? I'm not one of those people. Also, I don't want this channel to become about this kind of negativity. Also, I want this channel to be positive, but this kind of stuff is really frustrating. It's really frustrating because you're trying to erase the stuff that I grew up with. There's 2 generations, right? I'm just going to be generous and call it the Gen X and the what it would be, Pepsi generation, who grew up with Star Wars, with the original Star Wars. And then you get into the prequels, right? When I was in my teens, the generation, Pepsi generation in their 20s and 30s. And this is what we grew up with. Why are we trying to erase? This name has been on merchandising for years. What is the difference? I don't understand. I'm confused. Help me out in the chat, guys. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to stay objective. I'm trying not to get frustrated. So, but this sentence right here, just the dropping the slave one name makes it more equitable. Let's move on to the next part of the article. What we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the new Boba Fett starship? Now, is this just okay? So, okay. So let's take a minute here. Let's dive into the chat. I'm gonna leave this up, but let's dive into what you guys are saying in the chat. Okay. So, well, the question is this just Lego merch, or they will be actually try to change it in the universe? From what this says here, T Money, I'm going to leave your question up in the chat, and I think I covered it, but I'm going to cover it again. From what it seems like here, this sentence here, fans will be more likely. So this whole sentence here, paragraph, I'm sorry, here explains the whole thing. So it sounds like Disney wants to get rid of the name slave. Jacob, how's it going? Welcome. Lord Crit, what a controversy. It's just a name. Disney is full of literal dumbasses. Disney is having a real hard time navigating social justice and again, letting Twitter dictate your next moves is only 3 to 5% of the actual population and fan base. You're alienating so many more fans than you're pleasing. You're pleasing the keyboard warriors. You're not pleasing the fans that go to the movies, the fans that actually buy the merch, the fans that actually engage in the conversation, that go to Star Wars Celebration, that end up at Galaxy's Edge. You're alienating those people. I'm not saying it's wrong. You do your business. Business is business. I get that. But you're alienating a large part of the fan base when you start attacking stuff that has been in the universe for decades. Patrick, while listening while I do yard work, just wanted to stop and say, hey, what's up, Patrick? Thanks for listening. Hope you're not frustrated with the conversation. So I'm going to go back to this article for a minute. I'm going to finish this article. X-Wing, what's up? So we're just going over this article here. And so apparently they want to hear from the fan base. So X-Wing, I suggest you deploy all your squadrons, all your pilots, get them out there. We want to hear from you. Yes. Yes. Average. Agreed. So this is what they're saying on the hashtag show. What are your thoughts on the new Boba Fett starship name? Do you think Disney should keep the Slave One name? If not, do you agree with the new name, or should it be something else? That hashtag show wants to hear from you. Tell us your thoughts by leaving comments at these places. Okay, so that hashtag show wants to hear your comments. Disney probably doesn't care about your comments. So that is the first. That's the hot article out there right now. Let's check out another. This is the Pirates and the Princess.net. Okay, so this one looks like it's got a little more stuff. Let's go ahead and pull this one up, and let's see what they have to say in this article. Let's see. Before we get into this, what's up, Matt? Average, X-Wing, Team Money. What is up? Yeah, I went out and bought today. Here, I'm going to show you guys. So we went and checked a couple of places today, and we went and found us a Slave One Disney store, Star Wars. So we went ahead and picked that up because you do not know if everybody's going to buy them up or if they're going to be able to be found. So we went ahead and yeah, X-Wing, get in here. I think I sent a link in the Discord to you and the two Star Wars nerds in the duel. I think in our little group chat on the Discord, but I will send you the invite right this second on your own. Copy. All right, it's coming to you on the Discord, Wing. All right, so we're going to have X-Wing joining us here shortly. Anybody else that wants to get on the conversation, just say so in the chat. And we're going to continue to have this conversation. So I saw that the video is done. I'm going to check it out. We're going to actually play it at the end on the close. X-Wing has been doing some work for us since his new bomb computer is killing it out there. All right, so we're going to jump back into this really quick. I'm going to do a little picture-in-picture. And all right, so X-Wing is here. What up, dude? Your audio is not there. Standing by. Let's see. There you are. I think. No, you're gone now. Not yet. No. We're going to have to work that out. We're going to have to get together. All right. He'll come back in a second. So I'm going to get back to this for a sec. I think he's reloading. So this is Pirates and Princesses. .com, .net, whatever, .net. Okay, so here we are. And they did their article this morning also. So here's an awesome picture of the Slave One and Boba. So we have this initial conversation. Remember playing with your Kenner Star Wars Slave One playset? Yeah, well, according to Disney, Boba Fett's starship isn't called that anymore, or at least it won't be in the upcoming Lego sets. Now, it's just Boba Fett's starship. No, I'm not kidding. Let's see. So there hasn't been a formal announcement yet. Same conversation here. It looks like that everybody else is reporting via Jedi News. And this is what the new Lego is going to look like. Now you have Din Djarin and you have Boba Fett, and then you have the big name change here, Boba Fett Starship. Let's see if we can get the dude in here now.
Oh. Sorry about that.
My master.
So what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I went out this morning. I was going to just jump on early this morning when I first saw this, but I decided to go out and try to find some Slave One merch before everybody pulls it off the shelves.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, I've been kind of holding off on it because I already have so many vehicles, but I think I might have to pull the trigger on that, on the vintage collection Slave One, like now.
Yeah, I my better half and I went hunting. She went to the Disney store on one side of town. I went to the other.
Nice.
We kind of split up, kind of looking for stuff. I found a little Slave One. It was kind of not too expensive, but
I saw that the die-cast one.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody in the stores yet really has any idea, because this is still fresh news that came out on a Sunday morning. So I think the only people that are hip to this are in the Lego stores, and because I went as soon as they opened and there was nothing Boba Fett, or there was nothing Slave One.
So it is still showing on Amazon.
Yeah,
Only
like
4 left in stock.
dude,
It's
but there's like,
$200, man.
dude, there's one up there for 8. Go to Mercari, bro. I went to Mercari.
Oh, is it ridiculous right now?
Oh, dude, Mercari is redonkulous right now. Like, it's everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like, guys, if you have thrift shops or toy shops in your town, go get off this stream, get out of here, go to the toy stores, and try to find you some Slave One stuff, because it's going to get eaten up today. Like, I bought a bunch of shirts, just to have some that's like full description Star Wars, Slave One, all that stuff. Bought a bunch of shirts, because if they're really getting rid of the name, man, you got to get on it now.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Do you, man? Do you? So yeah, guys, we're going to jump back into this article. I'm going to jump back over to this article, even though this isn't. But yes, this is the artwork here. We're going to get back. So this is the artwork here. You got the Boba Fett starship right here. Lame. The mouse, man. The mouse. That's all I can really say, guys, is the mouse. So, all right, let's jump back in. While X-Wing's taking a break. The prequels don't call it the prequels don't call it Slave One, but it's there, and the merchandise is labeled Slave One. That's what I was saying earlier. I wonder if the LF has consumer group that oversize right and wrong on merchandise. Well, I mean, who knows really what the thought process is. This is from the official Boba Fett website. I'm going to put that up right now. So here is the official Boba Fett website, fan club website, and this is the them talking about it here on this site. And I think everybody's pretty much got the same articles going on. See, it does mention it here in Rebels, right? I believe this is Rebels. It might have been actually, this is Clone Wars. This isn't Rebels. These scenes right here. So, in the Boba arc timeline, and I believe this is where they're trying to kill Ahsoka. I'm going to bring in X-Wing. And I'm going to do this. You're muted, I think.
Sorry, had to turn it up on the mixer.
Yep. So this is the what I've been showing these guys. You did just order? Attaboy. So this is past usage of Slave One. This is in Clone Wars, the arc where Ahsoka and is trying to save Padme from this bounty hunter here. And then Boba's back here in the background. Now, they do mention Slave One. Bosk fire up Slave One and move Slave One to the outskirts and get the hostages ready. Now, my question here is, and let me bring Dude back in the mix. My question is, are they going to now rewrite the scripts?
Go back and change it all. That's what the Mouse House does, man. Okay.
Tell me how you feel. You're the toy collector, right? You're the collector. Tell me your thoughts, because this is they're going to have Boba change the name of it.
Yeah,
that's
Boba. It's just one of those things. It's like, again, we're going back and changing something that already exists to fit today's narrative, which is just not what Star Wars is about. It's timeless. It has no bearing on this universe. It has no bearing on events on this planet. It's completely pointless. It's stupid. It's just dumb.
Now, do you have a lot of Boba? I know you have helmets. I'm seeing action figures. But do you have any Slave One stuff that you already own?
Just like a little die-cast Slave One. I mean, now I own the big vintage collection Slave One.
Right.
But no, not really. My brother had the original one that ended up it got sold in a yard sale, which is heartbreaking. But yeah,
Pre-
no, not a lot of it. But I'm glad I got on it this morning because this is insane.
Well,
And
but it's also, I mean, you're the toy collector, so I'm glad you're here. But this is just like the Cara Dune stuff.
yes, this has
Get it while you can.
insane repercussions for the secondary market.
Well, and not only that, but this is the same mistaken move they're making by letting the social justice warriors on Twitter, which I was saying earlier, is like, I'm going to be generous here, is like actually 10% of the market share.
Yeah,
There's maybe I'm being really generous.
Yeah,
I want to say
they're loud.
5. They're loud, but they're only loud there.
Yeah,
they're not loud anywhere. They don't come to Celebration. They're not going to Galaxy's Edge. They're not buying merch. They're just pissed off to be pissed. This is what I was talking about the other day. The give a, right? The things you care about. These are social justice warriors saying, "Oh well, with all of this, we need to get rid of the slave word." You can't go there.
They don't care.
There's Clone War arcs, entire arcs where Anakin is a slave, is infiltrating the slavers by pretending to be one. You gonna get rid of that whole story arc? Should I go record those episodes now?
Anakin so that we have was a slave. Are we gonna get rid of episode 1?
You know, I mean, I like 2 Star Wars nerds in the Discord. No, they're unpaid interns, Anakin and Shmi.
Yeah, right.
They're unpaid interns. They're not slaves. Anakin was never a slave. He was just an unpaid intern.
They're interns.
Those are my interns. Don't worry, Shmi. I let her go. She picked up another job with husband. You know, it's so frustrating, man. I'm trying not to be negative on my channel. I'm trying to promote, be more positive, keep the positive outlook of Star Wars. But this kind of stuff just is really a slap in the face to the millennials a little bit, the Xers and the Pepsi gen, like the boomers, everybody who was around for the original Star Wars that grew up with this name. It's a slap to the face.
And it's completely unnecessary is the other thing. And like you were saying, they don't care. First off, the people that are yelling about this, they don't actually care. And in a week, it's going to be something else and they'll forget about it. Disney could change the name back to Slave One and nobody would care. Like you said, you know, these aren't people that actually care about Star Wars. They don't care. So get out of here.
And I would be really interested to know George's take right now. Right. Like I would really be interested to know, like, if George is reading articles and he sees Star Wars in an article and clicks on it, is he get slapped in the face with this? Or, I mean, obviously, I'm sure he probably knew it coming, being as he's around the rumblings.
Yeah. But I don't know that he cares, man. At this point, it's like it's gotten so out of hand. He's just like, whatever. You know, I was talking about it last night on EBN stream. I said, I wonder if the public relations departments for companies just use Twitter. They don't use anything else. They don't watch fans on YouTube. They don't do anything. They only listen to the crappy minority on Twitter.
They must. They must, because if they're listening to the fans, look at the backlash they got with Cara Dune. Yes, she said something that probably didn't agree with the mouse's whatever. But it's not like she said, well, Star Wars is shit. They suck. Everybody sucks. Don't go to the mouse ever. Like, she didn't say anything about the company. She was expressing her own views. I get it. There's 2 sides to every coin. Everybody has their own opinion on whether she did right or wrong, but you don't just delete a character from the universe because somebody said something. I'm sorry. It's just lame. It's just lame.
It is. It's lame. And I wish like we had some real problems. You know what I mean? I don't want real problems, but you know what I'm saying? Like, find a real issue. Let's find a real issue here. We're talking about a ship in a fictional universe that was used to transport Wookiees to build the Death Star. That's why it's called Slave One. And you're going to tie that to not like current events and things that are, you know, super important in today's, you know, society, something that happened previously, to Star Wars?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. We shouldn't call them the Empire anymore because the Brits were Imperials and they conquered so many lands. Don't call it the Empire anymore. Call it the organization.
I mean, right. Really. I mean,
bug off.
Well, are we going to have to get now? This is something I'm going to get in the chat real quick, but I'm going to come back to this. You know, what did Boba change the name? Yeah, whatever. It's like it's slave. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, it was Slave One. I think was it called Slave One when it was Jango Fett's ship though? I think it was just called Jango Fett's ship.
They didn't really refer to it as the Slave One in the prequels, but it had been named that in the past in the
Yeah,
original trilogy with all
because
the
he really only earns it when he's collecting the Wookiees.
right.
Let's do
Let's
some
see.
research on this.
I honestly wouldn't think that they're
Click
changing
it
because
back.
of that. I'm pretty sure 0 people. No. There's. I guarantee if you go on Twitter, there's probably a large backlash to the term Slave One for that ship. I would almost put money on that.
Mm.
Well,
Oh yeah,
see.
they're gonna have to get rid of 2, 3, and 4 as well.
Yeah, dude. It's. I mean,
Slave 2, 3, and 4. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, okay. So I'm going to get back to where my brain was earlier. Now, are we going to have to get rid of Master for the Jedi? Are they no? Are we no longer going to be able to call our mentors Master and Apprentice? I mean, Apprentice is fine, I'm sure, but does it have to be something less derogatory?
Maybe.
Right? Are they going to come after Master next? Next, it's just going to be, superior Jedi Kenobi.
Yes. Hello, person. Hello, person. Did you just call me a person?
It's quite frustrating too, because where does it stop? I mean, I guess that's where my thought process is right now, is where does that end? Are we going to change Master?
That's the thing. You give a mouse a cookie, man. Give a janitor a badge, and this is what happens. It just never ends. And I'm super okay being pissed off and toxic right now because I'm not on my channel. I hope that's all right with you. But
That's okay.
I'm
No,
just,
that's great.
it irritates the sheesh out of me.
No, it really does irritate the shit out of me. I'm not going to pretend that to take it lightly. I feel like the rest of my content is very positive. I've watched 2 or 3 other streams to really see how everybody was feeling. It wasn't just me being angry. Obviously, Drunk 3PO is always a little salty.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be mad about this one.
Did
he put a video up?
Oh yeah, he was fired up.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Oh, it was great, dude. He was fired up. But yeah, I mean, I know there's going to be a ton more. It's just frustrating to continually be pushed down by the mouse and those execs over there that pay no attention. Go on YouTube. Like, I don't understand where their PR people or their cancel culture people, their social justice people in the organization are looking and getting their information. Because I guarantee 90% of the Star Wars community is like, whatever. It's the name of the ship. I mean,
I don't think that's being generous enough. I think 99% of Star Wars fans are like, I don't feel triggered. I'm choosing not to be offended by this.
I mean, are we going to retcon Leia in a full gown now when she's princess, or when she's a bikini Leia? I mean, they already got rid of slave Leia years ago. It's no longer slave Leia on any of the packaging or descriptions. It's something else.
Is it?
They got rid of slave Leia, a while ago. So where does that stop? Are we going to get retcons where we can't see her in a bikini anymore because that's her on a chain in a bikini is too much?
Carrie Fisher's rolling in her grave on that one.
Oh man, it's just such a bunch of bullshit. It's just such a bunch of bullshit. So I did the same thing. I just bought another. While we were talking, I bought the vintage. Where are you? The vintage collector Boba Fett Slave One.
Those things. I'm glad I grabbed it on Amazon.
Yeah, I grabbed it.
There were 4 left.
Yeah, I grabbed one. Like I said, we went on the hunt this morning. I recommend going out there and looking around your local thrift shops, your local toy stores, and get it before people realize what's going on, because that's what we did.
There's only 3 left.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what else. It's called Slave One in every Star Wars encyclopedia. Yeah, I mean,
yep, every single book I have, it's called Slave One. Are you gonna send some guys in Mickey Mouse ties over and rip my page out of my encyclopedia? I mean,
well, and I mean, think about all the cool artwork of the Slave One with all the blueprints and stuff like that. All that stuff is gold now, because they're not ever going to make anything else with it. Yeah, I mean, It's just no one had heard of the Slave One until 5. And that's the thing. I guess that's the thing that's so frustrating. More frustrating is you people that are complaining about this had never seen Star Wars before The Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
You'd never seen Boba Fett. Maybe you'd heard of him, but you'd never seen him. You didn't even know his ship called.
Where was this argument 15 years ago if you were that upset?
Exactly. Where was this argument during Rodney King? Where was this at the beginning of Black Lives Matter? Why is this only coming out now? Because now more people have seen Star Wars and are like, oh my God, there's a ship called the Slave One. Let's push the big red cancel culture bullshit.
Triggered.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, it's outrageous. It's unfair. It's just
dumb to me. Honestly, that's it, dude. This is just dumb.
And the mouse is just sitting there, and the Bobs. I mean, the Bobs don't care. The Kathleen Kennedys don't care. I would like to hear Dave's perspective because he's still so vested.
I would like to hear his real perspective, not the perspective that he's going to be forced to say.
Oh yeah, I mean, I want to hear him with a beer in his hand at the end of the night with the DP and director,
Cowboy Dave.
Yeah, Cowboy Dave. Oh, I want to see Cowboy Dave and Rob Rodriguez, the Baby Yoda guitar slinger. I want to see those two at the end of the night, sitting next to Baby Yoda, having a beer, telling us what they really think of this.
Yeah,
what's really going through their heads, because this is crap, and they've got to think it's crap.
Is it Roberto Rodriguez? I'm trying to remember that guy's name. I mean, you can tell he's a huge Boba Fett fan. I mean, that episode, he was like a giddy kid the entire time in that behind the scenes stuff. He was losing his mind, Do you really want to call it Boba Fett Starship now?
I mean, really, do you want to refer to, is that how you want to refer to a ship in the Star Wars universe? You got the Ghost. Do we have to change the name of the Ghost because that's offensive to my dead grandma?
My aunt died. Yeah.
I mean, is that offensive to my paranormal friends? Right? The witch doctors and Palm Readers Guild is going to get on the Ghost now. It's almost it's infuriating. It's annoying. I mean, it creates a huge market for people that already had a bunch of this stuff. It creates an opportunity if somebody's looking to get rid of stuff. But yeah, I recommend thrift stores. They always have good Star Wars stuff. And go to your local toy stores now before the employees get hip and start watching YouTube while they're bored and see Slave One deleted and start putting all that stuff aside for them.
Dude, the secondary market is going to absolutely suffer for this, and it sucks because now, this awesome stuff that was pretty inaccessible for a lot of collectors because of the price point. I mean, I think it released at like 100 or maybe 120, and now even on Amazon, they're jacking up the price to 180. I just looked at Mercari. This is the kind of predatory stuff that happens when you start canceling. Now, if I'm being honest, it's kind of like insider trading. You can take advantage of it. You're going to feel disgusting. I definitely feel disgusting right now because I'm probably going to unbox that Slave One, rebox it up, and sell it off. But I mean, this is just it happened with Cara Dune. The morning I woke up and I saw that story break, I bought 2 Cara Dune Black Series figures and I sold one for $200.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not forcing anybody to buy it, but hey, if you want to buy it, go for it. You know what I mean?
I mean, stuff like this is just Amazon here. This is just this morning. All right. Slave One, $239. Right.
Jeez.
Right.
The Lego.
No. But wait, there's more. So we go down. Here's the one that I was
that model.
I
didn't buy the Lego one. I bought the vintage collection one.
Yeah, so did I. There's this one, $650. Slave One. Right. Posted this morning, I guarantee. Right. As soon as those articles come out. I mean, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Right. I was actually looking at this. I was kind of eyeballing this right now. There's only 2 left. It's a model. It's not a Lego or anything. It's actual paint model.
Oh, yeah. How much is that?
72.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I was looking at the there's another one. If you go back, they're the Bandai Snap Tights. Go up a little bit because I build the heck out of those things. I think it's up towards the top.
Oh, right here.
That one right there. Yeah. So that's actually not a crazy price for that. A lot of the ones that are pretty popular go for about that. But I mean, dude, $83 for like a 6-inch like 6-inch model, a snap tight model. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Right. This is just today. Wait till there's nothing left. I mean, look at my lightsabers. Look at my Ahsoka lightsabers. Right. I bought a bunch of these shirts. I'm going to end up giving some away on the stream. I recommend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of them in different sizes that I'm going to end up giving away as giveaways.
Can you shoot me the link for those shirts?
Yeah. Go to Kohl's. You get them for $20 there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, you can get, and I think there's free shipping on Kohl's. But Kohl's has them. I'll also shoot the link in the Discord.
Dude, I honestly think I'm probably just gonna buy this off of Amazon and it'll like be here tomorrow.
Yeah, just send it in your in private in Discord. Yeah, so I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I'm picking up because this is easy stuff to give away, and it's got all the information, right? I mean, it's got a breakdown of the Slave One, it's got a description of the Slave One, which is even better. You know, it's got the Mandalorian logos. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I'm going to pick up. I'm probably going to put one on each side in a box and leave them in the box. But I mean, this is where we're at.
How dumb would we feel if they're like, oh, by the way, actually, we didn't change it?
That's okay. I still love this. If nothing else, this is giving me an opportunity to buy stuff that I wouldn't normally buy. And
just pulling the trigger on it.
Yeah, because if it's a mistake, it's a mistake. What is there really ever a mistake in collectibles? But I feel like the article I was showing earlier,
pretty concrete.
Pretty concrete when you're having the head of Lego development have that conversation.
Oh, there's 2 Star Wars nerds in the chat. Hop in.
Yeah, get in here, dude. I think you have the link. Let me see if you're
in Prop Dude Boomer. Yeah, no, I found it in our Boomer thread.
Yeah, I mean it's the first article that comes out is theirs and
Slave One.
Yeah. That's it. Slave One. All you got to do is type Slave One and it's like the first thing that comes up. Oh, I
was watching Drunk 3PO stream yesterday and he was like, I'm going to call Jeremy right now. He's totally got the same phone case. It's like, hey, nice. Yeah. Nice. Otterbox makes it.
Here is the Slave One. I just typed in Slave One on yeah, there it is on Twitter. Boba Fett Starship. Yeah, I mean it's gonna make its way through. If it hasn't yet, it's gonna make its way through.
Yeah.
So I mean, oh, it's just him and the baby. The missus is out. Wah, wah, wah.
Bring the baby in here, man. Make him a YouTube star. All right, forever ingrained in the internet.
Yeah, Lego claimed Disney told them to do it and no longer use it. I kind of believe it because Disney the mouse has control. You know?
Yeah.
So the mouse dictates what happens, and Disney and Lucas and Lego and Hasbro and all of these companies have to abide by what the mouse says. As much as we all like the Rebellion and the New Republic, the mouse is the emperor.
Yeah.
Put a hood on him.
I want order.
We will have order. Right? I mean, that's it. He's the mouse is all about it. So this is disappointing. If anybody wants to feel free to let me know. I will open the chat up to anybody that wants to get in and bring in their disgust. This is one of the few chats I'm gonna really just say what you want. Be as negative as
my name. Want. I'm not X-Wing anymore.
I'm Slave One. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's very frustrating. So yeah, I'm glad you went on and I'm glad I said something. I'm glad you popped in the stream. That way you could order that before it goes out of stock.
Yeah, that was a hit I didn't need to the wallet right now, but it's summertime, so just gonna have to work a little bit more.
You're working a lot of hours, bro. I mean, I'm basically gonna be doing a lot of streaming probably the whole month of July.
Yeah.
Because I don't got a lot of days of work on the books, so I'll probably be streaming a lot and trying to beat some games. Hopefully they'll introduce a new game this summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's very frustrating. Let's see what Braden has to say. Braden's fiery this morning. I like it. They wonder why kids don't get more and more soft.
Soft men create hard times. Hard times create hard men.
Well, and I mean, is it really for them? I mean, we grew up with the term. We grew up with all this stuff. We grew up with a lot worse terms before there were all these social ninjas out there. And I think our generation came out okay. And
social justice ninjas.
Yeah, that's what they are, dude. They come out of the shadows. They give you hi-ya.
Throw a couple shuriken and then they disappear back into the smoke until the next problem comes up.
Couple ninja stars, boom, done. So I just I wish we had more people. I guess I'm going to kind of throw a shout out to Gina Carano right now, but I guess we just need more people that are willing, I don't want to say to lose their jobs, but to stand up for what they believe is right. And
that's right. Right is subjective now.
Well, I guess what they believe is right. If this I don't think is right. I agree that there should be.
Because you're toxic, bro.
I am, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I choose. I really, really weighed on whether I wanted to do a stream about this, but I just couldn't help it. It's just too. This is one that hurts, man. I grew up with this ship. I mean, I am a huge fan of the FET in general. The FETs, in general, and I mean. What's
why though? What are you gaining?
What do you mean?
A couple people on Twitter aren't going to be offended when they see the title of a toy that they're never going to buy, or a show that they're never going to be invested in, or a book they're never going to read.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is that most of these people are never going to watch any other Star Wars aside from what is popular now. Yeah. Right. So I don't think a lot of these people that are complaining about this on Twitter are going to necessarily watch the entire Clone Wars series, watch the entire Rebels series, go back and prequel, OG, and sequel. No, they're going to stay in what's current. Oh, you gave me Mandalorian. I'm going to only watch stuff from Mandalorian on.
Let's find something wrong with it.
Right.
That's all they do.
Well, Grogu's an orphan. And you just handed him over without any paperwork. You don't know what Luke's going to do to him.
Somebody needs to call a social worker.
That's it. Call the Empire social justice system and
call the social worker.
Call Emperor Palpatine so he can take that kid and give him the life he deserves.
Can you imagine Luke and Mara Jade sitting there with the social worker? Well, I mean, we could be good parents. And what has been your job? Well, I fought in the war Now, is it true, Mr. Skywalker, that you just murdered 40 robots to get that child?
Now, wait a minute. Let's go further back into your record here. Now, is it true you killed 14,868 stormtroopers on the Death Star the first time? Let's go to the second one. Were you and then you killed their leader.
And am I to understand that you used to bullseye Womp-Rats in your T-16? That is the first sign of a serial killer, Mr. Skywalker.
Now, did you eat these Womp-Rats, or did you just leave them there? Because there's discerning factors here.
Yeah.
I mean,
and this is the world that we live in.
I mean, it's just amazing, man. It's just amazing. I mean, I don't have kids. I don't plan to have kids, so this doesn't really affect me on that level. But I just can't see this being a big enough issue.
You know what you do, man? You got to raise them the right way and hope that they'll be there to swing it the right direction, because it always does. It's a pendulum. It goes like this. So
let's see. Two Star Wars nerds. I doubt anyone was actually offended. These companies trying to be progressive. It's just like when companies have rainbow logos in June. Social justice is a cash cow, and Disney is only motivated by money. I agree. I do agree with that. It is a business, and they are in the business of selling things, but it seems like you're not going to sell toys to you're not going to sell toys to people like me who would come and buy these things and put them together on a live stream if it has the name Boba Fett Starship. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to buy that. And I don't know that many other of you guys would either. To you guys, that's Slave One. That's not I mean, yes, it's Boba Fett Starship. It's a no-brainer, but it's not. It's a Slave One. So I think you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. But as the mouse is trying to do and proving, whether right or wrong, you might catch more flies with a big pile of shit. That's what it seems like they continue to offer us, right? You're giving me good content, but then you're pulling this kind of stuff. You're giving me stuff I want. I love what's going on. I love Cad Bane. I love the fact that Omega is I'm going to stop. Spoiler alert. Not going to go there. But I do want to. I just think you're going to sell less toys. I think the larger Star Wars community is going to look for vintage stuff that says Slave One rather than the new stuff that's coming out. I just don't think.
Yeah, it depends on how cool they make it.
If it's the same set in the different package.
Yeah. You know, it's just one of those things where they consistently empower people to not buy their stuff. And look, a lot of people aren't going to care too. I think a lot of us who are sweaty are like, well, dude, you're destroying a piece of history. Like, this has been something that has been established for 50 years. And you're just like, no, not anymore. Okay, then I'm going to go to eBay and I'm going to find something that represents the history that I enjoy.
It's so funny you say that. Two Star Wars nerds. If anything, I'm going to eBay more and buying in such a way that Lucas and Disney gets none of the merch money. I mean, that's exactly it. You know, Daryl the Derelict says it's not a corporation's job to eradicate historical objects from existence. It's the parents' jobs to teach their kids about them. Exactly. That's exactly right. I blame the parents. When I see somebody acting a fool and being evil, I don't blame that person. I blame their parents. Your parents did something and didn't, or they tried, and you are truly just toxic. Let's see. Holy shit. See, I didn't do it. I almost did it. I didn't do it, Brayden. I'm not going to do it.
Seriously not watched Bad Batch yet, bro?
He's always waiting for his buddy. He's always like 4 or 5. Sometimes he doesn't get till Monday. The saddest thing about the Lego set is Boba's miniature figure is new, so the set will sell as a result. Yeah, no, I agree, and it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell to the regs. The regs are gonna come in. The people that just watched Mandalorian. That's the first piece of Star Wars history they've ever seen in their whole lives because it's new and on Disney Plus, and that's the stuff they're looking for. They're not gonna care. It's us that are going to go to eBay or trade amongst ourselves or buy from people like X-Wing when they decide they've got too much shit on their shelves or when somebody has a yard sale. But if you go on Mercari, I mean, Mercari's nasty right now. Between my Ahsoka lightsabers and this, there's like an 800% markup.
Yeah. Which sucks because usually that's the best place to go.
Oh, dude, it's, I mean, yeah, Matt, come on in. You're a Lego dude. Jump on in here if you want to.
He is the Lego guy. That's for sure.
You're a Lego guy. Show yourself. I remember when they made a big deal about taking the Force children. It was always addressed. Yeah. I mean, if I was new and heard about Slave One, I would literally go buy a comic and figure out why the name is that. Yeah, but you're almost... I said it today. I don't like the human condition, and most of the human condition is not going to go do their research. They're just going to, I see the word slave. I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore. It's just, come on, man.
Oh, Daryl, we got to hang out on a live stream, bro. I can show you beautiful things on Mercari.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Mercari is insane right now for these two objects. Now, for most other stuff, it's pretty nominal. It's pretty good across the board. Even the stuff I saw in the toy store today, the pricing on Mercari for anything that's not canceled,
Yeah,
in the Star Wars universe. So, Ahsoka's dual lightsabers, they're out, sold out, not getting produced anymore. Now, anything Slave One related.
Oh, they're not making any more?
Well, not of that series. That's what I was saying in that stream, is that they're not making any more of that Galaxy's Edge
I gotcha.
series.
Yeah, Cara Dune is still selling for 160, 150 for the Black Series in the box.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Let's see here. Two Star Wars nerds do a Mercari live stream. I know eBay. All right. Well, here, I'm going to put it up right now. Then we're going to go to Mercari.
I already got it up. Here, I'll share my screen.
Okay. Let's go here.
Popping up. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, Gina Carano here. This is still selling. This is sold at 120, sold at 50. I mean, Gina's still going for 100 plus for that. But let's just take a look right here on Mercari for Slave One stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is interesting. So the 1996 Slave One is selling. The Power of the Force is selling for 75. So for me, see, it's missing a section there.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, though, what I would do is I would buy that as opposed to buying the vintage collection one, and then I would just find that piece, because you can find that piece in multiple places. But I mean, this actually isn't that bad. This is the same price as it's going on Amazon right now.
Yeah, actually, I think I bought mine cheaper than that. I think I got
mine. Yeah, if you want to start collecting some stuff, we'll see if this works. Great stuff to look at if you're just starting out. Go Power of the Force, man. Look at this. $9 and you're getting a vintage. Look at that. Freeze frame action slide. You'll have a slide from one of the movies, and then you got Emperor Palpatine card backed. Good to go. $9? Come on, dude. See, this sold. I had one of these when I was a kid. That was the land speeder that had the pop in, pop out wheels.
Oh, dope.
$6. And then you find a 3.75 Luke and throw Luke in there. That's awesome. You got Boba. I mean, there's stuff on here that is absolutely accessible. Power of the Force. This is the Kenner. And then all you do is just go on eBay and you find that cockpit.
That's the one that if you look on YouTube, I think that's the one that they did a full rebuild on, like a full sticker kit and everything. They did a full wash and clean. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, they stuck it in like a peroxide bath, didn't they?
Yeah, it was something really awesome. It was like a low grade chemical that's just enough to get all the sticky goop off.
Yeah, the gunky really goop. Awesome. So yeah, even if you go like super, super broad and you say Star Wars collectibles and start looking, now there's going to be a lot of new stuff like these Funko Pops and things like that. That's stuff that doesn't really turn me on, doesn't really get me interested.
Unless you like Funko Pops. If you got to collect a bunch of collected Funko Pops, get on that.
Force yourself. Look at that. That's awesome. I actually haven't even seen that picture signed before, so that's pretty cool. Just make sure if you get signed stuff, guys, ask for a COA for show.
Certificate of Authenticity.
You got to have that because people are really good at faking it. Or if you don't care, find a cheap one and buy it and just pretend like Mark Hamill signed it, whatever.
or believe the lie. Believe them when they tell you. Let's see. Here we go. Two Star Wars Nerds says, I have one also. My buddy has a 3D printer.
Bam, there you go. I don't know if you're into the sequels, but bam, look at this Black Series lot. Wow. $45. And you're going to get all those guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love Black Series.
Is that a Qui-Gon?
Yeah, that's a Qui-Gon there. You got a Luke. Looks like Han, another Luke. Return Luke.
That's great because that's Snow Han from Hoth and that's Snow Luke from Hoth. That's awesome.
Cool set. So I mean, Mercari's pretty cool. I think it's easier for me to navigate in terms of like eBay and having to go through bids and things like that. And if you see something and you click on it and you're like, oh, I'm not really willing to pay that amount of money for it. Oh my God, look at this. 150 for the Sideshow Collectibles Luke. And if it's been listed for a long time, so you can see this was posted 625, it hasn't been listed that long, but you can make an offer on it. So if you see something and you're like, God, I really want it, but I only want to pay this much for it, what does it hurt to throw in an offer? If they're like, God, finally somebody bid on this thing, they may give it to you for way less. So
worked for me a bunch.
Yeah, it's a thing.
What up, Matt?
What's going on, guys?
Must have off.
How do you feel about the new Boba Fett ship, Starship?
So you can see I got the 10th anniversary edition behind me there. So we were all suspicious that something was happening when they retired. They retired that one last year, and there's a bigger UCS version that's been retired for some time and very difficult to find. And we heard that they were coming out with another Slave One, and everyone assumed it was going to be Empire Strikes Back because Lego's really only been releasing original trilogy sets because all the sequel sets bombed, right? You don't find one sequel set behind me, right? No one was buying them. So then they changed it to be a Mandalorian set and announced that the Boba Fett was going to be an exclusive figure, which they do a lot. It's a smaller set. I think it's a $40 or $50 set.
For a Lego set, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's a $50 or $60. They're doing a lot of the scaled down. You can't see it; it's off camera. But I have one of the newer TIE fighters, which was a scaled down. They did a scaled down TIE fighter and an X-wing, and so now they're doing this Boba Fett starfighter, I guess. And they surprised everyone by making it a Mandalorian set. And then the name change was never announced. Everyone just assumed it was going to be called Slave One. I mean, why wouldn't you assume? Why wouldn't you assume it's what the fucking thing's been called?
Yeah,
for years.
Forever.
Why wouldn't you assume that it would be called Slave One now? And then, they had they unveiled it yesterday in some really weird Lego con that they did that was a bit of a flop because they revealed sets that had been leaked and were available for pre-review. And Lego's just not good at that kind of thing. But now this whole name change.
And not to mention, it's not even a starfighter. It's not a starfighter.
Not a starfighter.
It's a patrol craft.
It's fixing a problem that doesn't exist for a population, just like you guys said, that it's not going to buy the product anyway.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's not, and the product will sell, right? I will buy this product because I want the minifigure. I'll take it in the office and I'll set it up at work with my work displays. Yeah. Right. So the name, it annoys me. It annoys me more that I'll still buy the product, but that's what they're banking on, right? Bob Chapek is a master merchandiser. That's where he got his start at Disney, by selling product.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to buy it. I just don't think you're going to get as large the numbers that you would have by not changing it.
Lego's such a niche market. They're really, I don't think they're in the market for attracting new Lego collectors. I think the problem is they don't know how to sell to collectors like myself, right? We're now called adult followers of Lego, and they give us kind terms, right? Because they do market a lot of 18 plus sets now and do things that are pretty cool from a collecting standpoint. Lego just assumes everyone will always buy their product because they're the only ones that really make a product like this.
Yeah.
And they have the IPs locked.
Yep.
Right. So
monopoly.
It is a monopoly, and it's niche. They charge what they charge. People buy what they buy, and if it doesn't sell, they retire the set and they move on.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, and here's my current question. Will the Slave One name be deleted from all toys and canon from here on out? Or is it just going to be Legos?
No, I think if Disney is true to their track record, they will go on a seek and destroy mission now over this problem. It's just what they do.
Chat, yep. What do you guys think? I mean, it's frustrating. I think all of us agree. It's just a frustrating thing. It gives us it's it's a cash grab right now, really. Anybody who has the ability to go grab toys and grab anything has the chance to go make a little cash grab. You know?
And the issue is in Galaxy's Edge, they're selling a lot of Boba Fett merchandise now. His wrist things have shown up, a backpack has shown up, the helmet's very popular. So as Book of Boba Fett progresses, they will undoubtedly put Slave One merchandise on shirts. It's going to be prevalently sold in the parks and on Disney Online. They will not call it Slave One.
Well,
Again,
I mean, they've already. I mean, yeah, they got a new Apple Watch casing, as well as the wristband that's Boba Fett. I mean, he was popular when we were kids because he was a badass that said almost nothing. Right. And then now he has dialogue. They see his face. And all of a sudden the masses are behind it because this one show came out that was awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old.
Exactly. I mean, it's just it's just a little slap in the face. It feels like to the sweaty fans, to the people that they know are the true fans that, like Matt said, aren't going away. We're not going anywhere because of this. It's just a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know,
and everybody's gonna say, if you don't like it, you can just leave. I'm like, well,
yeah.
If you didn't like it, why didn't you just leave? Yeah.
It pisses off the people that aren't going anywhere, and it doesn't cause any, in my opinion, it doesn't cause any new people to show the fuck up. Right? So why are we doing? I mean, again, I think this is a merchandise play. They don't want a shirt that someone might buy to say Slave One at the bottom.
Too late. Well, just bought it.
But at the same, I mean, I got 10 of them coming. But at the same time, for me, the part that I'm going to be the most frustrated with is if you go back and change the dialogue in Clone Wars or Rebels when talking about that ship. That's where I get pissed off.
I don't think they're gonna like retroactively go back and change that stuff.
I really hope not, because I agree with you, Star Wars nerds. It could be a real slippery slope. Like that's when I get pissed off. I got pissed off when Jabba was in the hangar in A New Hope, when they did the remaster, and George got to do all the cool shit he wanted to. I got pissed off because of that. That wasn't the Star Wars I grew up with. Right. And little things like that really irritated me with the remaster of the originals that happened when I was a kid. So this is worse than that. At least all he did was add a couple things and maybe change a couple things. But really, this is a deliberate shot across the bow as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, kind of, isn't it?
You know, it just seems like we don't care. Sorry, guys. Thanks for that 41 year. Thanks for the 41 years of supporting the Fett, but we're going to change some more stuff about him later that you're not going to like also.
Yeah. By the way. So, yeah, it just, I couldn't help but do a stream today. I was in the car, like, just buy your toys and shut up. Just buy your toys and shut up. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I got home and I was by myself for like 6 whole seconds. And I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta get out. So, you know, because I try to keep it light. I try to keep it fun here. Today, the mouse just got me. You know, he slapped me in the face and I just couldn't help but lose my cool. And if this is me losing my cool about Star Wars, then I'm cool with losing my cool this way. Because I really haven't said anything derogatory. I just think it sucks. You know, and seeing Matt here, you know, he's the Lego guy. He's obviously going to go buy it. You know, I'm probably going to hold out as long as I can and try to pick up some other stuff that's Fett related. But if I see Boba Fett Starship on a piece of merch, I think for a while I'm just going to have to hold off just to fight the fight, even though my single purchase means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things.
I think the set will sell out, right? I mean, he's a popular character. It's a new figure. No one, us folks who have an issue here are going to end up being in the minority in affecting how well the product sells. And that's what really gets me the most, right? Regardless of what they call it, it's going to sell. You can't really boycott it. I want it, right? I'm like, I want it, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things where I guess you just got to grit your teeth and get through it, right? It's nothing we can do about it.
Well, and that's, I mean, I'm looking for more stuff that, you know, like I'm looking for Razor Crest right now. That's the Lego set I want. I want the Razor Crest.
It's back there behind me, right? I mean, I got it on pre-order. And they actually had a trademarking issue with Razor Crest. And I do believe overseas they had to sell it as, oh, what do they sell it as? They sold it as the Bounty Hunter Starship or something. They had to change the name overseas. When I bought it, it came and said Razor Crest, but there was some trademarking or patenting issue. Again, Slave One is also trademarked because I looked back, I went back online to see this name was italicized, trademarked. But again, they ran into some difficulties with Razor Crest, so they had to rebox it for international distribution. But it's I think the set, you can still find the Razor Crest. It was an expensive set. It didn't sell well. It's a very big, you can't really tell here in my video, but it's a very big model. Big.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that it didn't sell more because it's a new vehicle in the Star Wars universe. And it's
then they blew it up, and that didn't really help. I don't think that really helped their cause on being able to sell it.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I mean, it was, they made it such a mythical vehicle starship in Mandalorian that finding another one doesn't really seem viable, you know?
Well, and the only thing they could do is do Slave 2, but guess what? Still called Slave.
You mean that's going to be Din Djarin's starship?
Well, no. You know, I just it's whatever at this point. I kind of feel like I vented now, and now I'm like, I don't even care anymore.
The adrenaline's going, and that's kind of what I wanted to get out. I didn't want to stew on this at home with my better half or anybody that happens to come in the line of fire. I kind of wanted to get out and let everybody get it out for a little while, and
I think that was a good call.
You know, because I think now it won't occupy our news cycle, right? Like you won't want to get it out. Now you've kind of got it out. You could do a video about it, but it's not going to be this angst to it, right? You kind of let it out of you. And that's kind of what I wanted to do here. I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to come in and just voice their opinion.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to have something for you here in just a second.
You're hilarious today, two Star Wars nerds. I guess being around the baby makes you funny, because that was great. I really liked Anakin and Shmi are unpaid interns. That's my favorite one for the day. They're no longer slaves.
Are you kidding me? I can't even. You got to be kidding me, bro. They won't even let me make a listing.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's kind of what this was about. I'm glad Matt showed off. You're everywhere, dude. Every Discord I go in, you're the moderator. You're everywhere. Every chat I go in on YouTube, you're everywhere. So see, he just disappeared. He's got another stream to get into.
He's like Santa Claus. Yeah, he's just somewhere else now at this point.
He's I gotta go. Poof. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Matt came in, because it's nice to talk to somebody that collects Legos. Like that's his thing. You do a lot of action figures, and looks like your helmets are thick right now.
I've got a lot of helmets right now. I made a video on it.
Yeah,
all of them.
That wasn't even all of them. And then your lightsaber video was dope too. I watched the shit out of that one.
I liked making that one.
That lightsaber one looked like you had a great time. But just the video itself, it looked like you were having fun, and that was before your new upgrade.
Oh yeah, that was way. But I was still rocking the laptop. Didn't have anything. I was just having fun. Still just having fun.
That's the idea, man. Aiden's here. What's up, Aiden? Yeah, it's disappointing. I think now going into it, I'm glad they didn't drop this news when Book of Boba comes out. I'm glad I got some buffer between now and then before somebody says,
right.
When Boba says, "Where's Boba's starship?"
Oh.
That's what I'm. Or Fennec is like, Boba, where's your Boba starship? You know, that's kind of what I'm more looking forward to. Is how are they gonna say it? What are they gonna say when referring to the ship now?
They'll just call it the ship, right? I mean,
look who's back.
Yeah, it's my work computer, so we have. Sorry about that. I got to deal with it
Gotcha.
Sometimes. But yeah, they'll just refer to it as the ship. I mean, there's very easy ways to get around it. I'm pretty sure in the Mandalorian because I always have the closed captioning on. I'm pretty sure they used Slave One when he launched the seismic charge, right, or the sonic charge. I'm pretty sure somewhere I remember seeing in the captions it was referred to as Slave One.
Oh, really?
I'm almost 100% positive.
Well, then that's where the outrage comes from, right?
It may have set off a chain of events, candidly, that's culminating now, and first we're realizing it with the Legos, and again, there's going to be a lot of merchandise, and they don't want that to be objectionable, right? They want people to buy the merchandise.
They want it to be.
Say Slave One is trademarked?
It seemed to be trademarked on that Lego set when I looked this 10th anniversary one. I just pulled it up, like I said, and name was italicized, which it should have been, and it had a TM after it.
Maybe that's where I'm running into a problem.
Braden's on fire today.
Yeah, he's fired up, dude, and I love seeing that.
I love when he's fired up. Yeah, I mean, really, it might have just been a closed caption thing. Somebody had the closed captioned on one day and took a picture of it and sent a complaint, and had their Facebook group send a complaint, and right up the chain of the mouse's house it went, you know, and then got up to the top, and the mouse is like, oh boy, you know what? Just get rid of it. Get rid of that name. That's it. I've had it. We're going to call it Boba Starship from now on. That's it. It's over. So, it's okay. We will survive, but
I don't care what the sweaties think. I'm going to keep doing it.
we're selling toys to the regs. The regs are the ones that need it. Get it out there. Boba Fett Starship. Oh boy. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad everybody got to come in and just, shake it out. That way it doesn't ruin the rest of Star Wars. That way we're not sitting on Hangar Bay community just jabbing about this. I'm sure it'll come up, but at least
briefly.
It's not, dominate the chat, because we had nowhere to vent it out. So I kind of felt like this was a little pressure relief valve for everybody to just, and like I said, anybody else that wants to get in the chat, I've shared the invite. If you guys want to come in and say your piece and shake it out, we can do that for the next couple minutes. And then
I have something I want to show you.
Yeah, do it. Share it.
Okay, hold on.
And then and then at the end of this stream, just so you guys know, X-Wing has been killing it on his new computer and sent me a couple intros. So the new one, I haven't even seen it. I haven't even played it yet. It could be my face with a big pile of Dookie on it.
How did you know?
But we're gonna play it at the end regardless. I haven't seen it. It's gonna be live to the world to see. So yeah, we're gonna.
Well, God, it's not that cool.
It is cool. It's cool to me, bro.
Okay.
It's new stuff I'm not doing.
It looked good, X-Wing, on that Almost Empire video you released a little while ago.
Almost Empire. I put that fact in there for you, Matt Risman.
I really
put that in there. I changed the intro. I couldn't help myself.
That's great.
Okay.
Well, and I love that the community right now. Does it not show? Does the Discord not show membership to each one anymore? To each squadron?
Oh, I think we suppressed that a bit just because of a real estate problem. It was making for some scroll.
I think they're all pretty even now, actually.
Yeah, I can see.
Let's see.
I know Braden's in the. Braden's out here.
Hey, what's up? Oh wait. All right, here we go.
It's gold 13, red 13, blue 15, green 20, executor 16, and chimera 10.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea.
It's called Slave One.
Oh, dude. I might want to do one that says not Boba Starship.
Not my starship.
Not my starship. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Frank?
Going? Yeah, not my starship. What's up, guys? And Strike. What's up, guys?
Hello there.
What's up?
Hello. Yes, that is perfect, X-Wing. I am digging it. Honestly, you make me want to buy a silk screen, like a whole setup, dude. Like I am so
Just
into
to
merch
make
right
funny
now.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I have the embroidery machine, so if you want to do one like a hat that says, you know, it's Slave One, I'll burn one tonight. I'll burn a trucker. We'll start
Let's
playing
do
with
it.
designs, but
Let's do
I'm
it.
all about it. Yeah, because I think that would be a lot of fun. What's up, Aiden? Strike? What do you guys think?
Fuck this shit.
Straight from the German.
And the mouse just whap cuts off the stream.
Guys are out of here. What about you, Aiden?
Oh man, I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe it now. Out of all these years that they've had Star Wars, they decide to get offended and change the name of the Slave One. Like they could have done this years ago.
Yeah. How's you're not sure. I think you're muted, brother. I think you might have
Yeah, he
spaced.
muted himself.
Muted.
Congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
I don't know if you've gotten a lot of the love in all the streams, but congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
now your stress
Means a
level
lot.
is a little lower, I hope. I mean, obviously
Oh,
the real
yeah.
world sucks, but
Yeah.
but you know, at least you're not haggling with classes anymore. So
Thank
congratulations.
God. Thank you. It means a lot, man. Thank you.
So yeah, this sucks. You guys still gonna get down on some of this merch when they release Boba Fett Starship?
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat as Matt. I mean, I'm also collecting quite a bit of Lego. So I mean, it's more because of the Boba Fett minifigure, not like because of the ship. But
Oh yeah, the new Boba looks awesome.
like maybe I'll order like I don't know, like a custom Lego plate that like says Slave One and just stuck it on the model.
Yeah.
Nah, honestly, it sucks. Like it. I mean, it has been the Slave One for 41 years now, like since The Empire Strikes Back, and it just doesn't make sense. Boba would not rename his ship, like especially because it's like one of the only memories he got from his dad. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like,
I'm very curious to figure out how they're going to come up with an in-canon reason on why Boba Fett's going to change his starship name.
yeah,
Because it's no easy task, and I'm wondering
I don't even
how
think
they're going to tackle that.
I kind of agree with Matt. I think they'll just refer it to the ship.
yeah,
They won't even refer to that ship by name ever again. I think everybody else's will
Yeah.
have the Ghost, the Millennium Falcon, all of these different ships that come into the universe. I just think this one will now be referred to as the ship. I mean, shit, they could have branded it with that on the box.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ship. Because that's
Hey,
basically
doesn't make a difference. Still pisses
honestly,
me off.
as long as they don't give it a different name, like on screen, and just refer to it like bring him in the cargo hold or something. Like, as long
Right.
as they just keep it basic and like just don't give it a new name. I mean, it's for us all, it's going to be the Slave One anyway. I mean, even if they give it a different name, like,
But it's
going
referred
to
to
be
so
Slave.
many times in Star Wars. It's something that people say, like, get to the Falcon. Like, hey,
Yeah.
the Razor Crest. Hey, get back to the Razor Crest. Like, you say your ship's name. It's a part of it. You know what I mean? They have personalities. They're she's, right? She flies beautiful. All this different kind of stuff. And you're just taking it away. It's dumb.
Yeah.
The vessel.
I
Yeah,
know it's dumb.
the
I'm just
vessel.
saying, like, I'd rather have them like say, yeah, get on the ship, than like give it a whole new name. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that would be the left to the right slap that they
Yeah,
just gave
yeah.
us. Right. That would be the backhand motion. If they gave us this is the forehand motion. If they rename it, that's gonna
That's
be
like,
the
yeah,
motion,
Yeah.
And we're not gonna know until Book of Boba comes out, because I don't think they're gonna I think Book of Boba is before Mando 3, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Yes.
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's going to be a whole lot of get to the ship, because that's what they're flying around in. It's not
get
like
to the chopper.
get down, get to the chopper. Get to the ship. So it's really silly, and
Yeah.
I mean, unless they, you know, unless Boba just parks that bitch out in front of Jabba's palace, that's his getaway, and they have another ship that Fennec's going to fly around and handle all the bounties in. But you know, it seems like if you're going to take over the criminal underworld, you're going to have to make some moves outside of your palace.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's reasonable to believe we're not going to see him sitting on the throne for the entire series of the show, right? I mean, they're going to have to go somewhere at some point.
You know what I think they might do, and I think it could be cool. God, I want to save some of this for Hanger Bay, but I think what we saw may be the end of Book of Boba. So it's him talking about everything he did, and right at the end of the season, they show up on Tatooine, and it's his perspective as they walk down the stairs, and they grease him and throw him off the chair, and he sits down, and then it cuts and says the Book of Boba. So it's like him.
That's the last chapter.
Right. That would be the end of that season of the Book of Boba. And then it kind of translates perfectly into Mando season 3. Now, you know, they have this ally of Boba basically working through and doing all this stuff and creating his criminal organization until he fights all the way to the Hutts. And when he gets to the Hutts, you know, he's controlled everything, but the last step is to get that throne at the Hutts. And so he sees Bib Fortuna. It's like that last guy, you know, just takes him out. Now he's the king of the cartels.
Well, and I would like to see which Hutts are left at this point.
Right.
Also. Right. I mean, Jabba was at the top of the food chain when we left at Empire, right? So,
right.
You know,
yeah.
Because who was it? Not Delula, but there was a Hutt that lost
Gardula.
Yeah, when she changed sex, right? Isn't that what it was?
What?
What?
Don't the Hutts change?
What?
Something like that? Or
No, I'm pretty sure Zero refers to her as mother, so I would guess she's always been a female.
I'm gonna have
you
to
better find out right now. I'm already on Wikipedia, man. We're gonna find out.
Pretty sure that's what it was,
but I mean, Jabba's at the top, so when Jabba dies, that leaves a big vacuum for, you know, if Bib just took his spot, then I would love to see who's still around Hutt-wise, and watch him kill some more Hutts and truly take reign of the Empire or of the criminal underworld. Now, would Boba at this point, now that he's been hiding on Tatooine so long, would he be welcomed into the guild?
I mean, they don't really have a reason not
or
to
would he have
welcome him.
past dues since he's been gone for so many years? Would he have to pay his dues to get back in?
Damn, did you know Jabba was 604 when he got killed?
Damn.
I did not.
I did not.
He was old, but I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, same here.
Well, and also there are not that many Hutts left. I mean, from the Hutt Council, you could probably say, that we see in the Clone Wars. I mean, like, Zero died. I mean, he was not on the council, and then when Maul raided their whole hideout, he did kill at least one.
Yeah,
I thought he killed multiple.
Yeah,
he probably killed more. I know that for sure that we saw one getting killed on screen, but he probably killed more.
Didn't Savage throw his lightsaber and like cut two of them down or something like that?
Yeah, when they were trying to recruit people for the attack on Mandalore.
Yeah,
right. That was the was it Black Sun or how they were called. That was like. Yeah.
Well, they did it at Black Sun too. I think it was Savage hucked his lightsaber and like cut the dude's head in half.
Spin it around and like everyone at the table was decapitated.
Yeah.
That was sick.
That was so cool.
Yeah, they got in a pretty big firefight when they were on Nal Hutta.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, all the bounty hunters like Ambo and all those people. Yeah.
Well, and they had bounty hunter security too, right? The Hutts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Ambo and Dengar, I think those guys were all there.
So what about this? What about I like where Padawanabe's head is at. What about Jabba's son?
I've been wondering about that forever now.
Exactly.
Boba Fett in the Book of Boba.
His name.
I think it would be interesting to at least see him in the palace somewhere, or show up to the palace or something.
Rhoda.
Even a cameo.
Rhoda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we never see him again after the
Clone
movie,
Wars.
right?
Yeah, the Clone Wars movie.
Exactly.
So it would be cool if his son was still alive somewhere on Tatooine, or on Nal Hutta, and he, maybe Bib. It would be really cool if Bib like took care of him after Jabba, died, and then.
Or what if he kills him?
Ooh.
Damn.
He's like, you little, like, I've sat behind Jabba for so long, and just like chokes little baby Hutt.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he would take care of Rhoda. I don't really think so.
he's hungry for the for the power.
I don't know anything about Bib Fortuna's backstory, right? But even for me, it seems a little odd. How did Bib come to take over, right? I mean, I guess we'll find out how all
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it was a power play. Punky Muffin. He killed Punky Muffin.
Right place, right time. I mean,
yeah.
Jabba's vacuum and most of his troops were on that ship, going out there to take care of Luke and Han.
All of his lieutenants were there. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I mean, he was kind of the right hand of Jabba, at least like when it came to like speaking to people and stuff.
And with Boba in the Sarlacc pit, you've kind of narrowed down the people who were going to try to keep you in line.
But
yeah, exactly.
Bib was on the barge too, right? So I mean, there's just I mean, unless he jumped off at just the right moment, right? I don't know exactly how any of that happened.
Somehow Bib has returned.
Droids.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine him just like seeing Luke ignite his lightsaber and being like, "Okay, I'm out of here. Like, I'm out."
Yeah, or when he maybe he watched Leia strangle Jabba and enjoyed it and was like, "Oh, finally!" and just like got on a side speeder and just took off back to the home base.
Like looking around the corner, being like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah, like, kind of looks around the corner. Oh, his tail's gone. Peace, Jabba. And just jumped out of there. I mean, because it would be really cool to see that, like, just show the flappy tail over his shoulder or something, and then just watch him book out of there.
Right.
Like, in a backstory. That would be a lot of fun. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I like your idea a lot, and I really hope it is. We just watched the last chapter of the Book of Boba, or maybe the mid chapter, like the halfway book or the first book.
Right.
And then we get to see more of him in The Mandalorian and maybe a sequel, a second season. But that would be because then we get the Cad Bane backstory. We get to see him looking at the dent in his helmet, going, kind of rubbing it with his thumb, saying, "Oh, thank you, Beskar, for saving my life." And then boom, backstory to the duel with Cad Bane and all that Hunter, all the stuff that's happening in the Bad Batch. Kind of, you see Cad Bane kind of run through all the gunfights he's had with the clones, thinking Boba's just the same. That would be such a cool chapter in the Book of Boba. So
agreed.
I hope that somebody at the Mouse House is listening, because you need to take X-Wing's idea and run with that shit. Put everything you
fuck it up.
Don't mess it up. You've already messed up the name today. Don't mess up anything else. That's it. We're gonna send
either
all the
do it or get out.
All right, guys, I gotta pop out. I need to go eat. I sat down at my computer at like 7:00. I haven't gotten up yet, so
Hey, take
Get
care,
some
man.
food.
Oh, can I see that? I want to watch the
Yes,
intro. I
yes.
only watched it once before I sent it to you.
And we're gonna sign off here. We've been on. I don't want to take all the Hangar Bay ideas for tonight, because I want to jump in and have a good Hangar Bay. So Matt, Strike, Aiden, X-Wing, everybody who's in the chat, thank you guys for joining us. I am going to play us off with X-Wing's new creation.
That music's terrible.
Oh, the music is awesome.
Yeah,
It's so perfect. Cool, guys. Thank you, Benjamin. I haven't seen you here before. I hate to end the stream as you just joined us. Go subscribe, like, share, hit X-Wing's channel. Make sure to jump on the Discord and all that fun stuff. And as always, guys, thank you for hanging out. And I'm going to do a sign off that's a little different today. And I usually may the force be with us. But today, it's going to be Not my starship.
Not my starship.
Not my starship.
Not my starship.
Not my slave. Not my starship. Not my slave one. So thank you guys for coming and giving me your perspective. As always, guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tonight.
Catch y'all later.